Something we like to say. If you got a question, call us right now, 1-800-529-5465, and I will try to answer it. Let's go to Tommy in Palm Coast, Florida. Excuse me. Tommy.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Uncle Brad.
How you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah, you're doing a great job, Uncle Brad.
Thank you very much. What's going on?
Thank you. Yeah, Uncle Brad, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Me and my wife, we married March 2020, and she filed for me in April, and I had my receipt on May, and since then I didn't hear from them. We filed the adjustment of studies.
Did you apply for your work permit?
Yeah, he filed everything with my work permit, but I didn't hear nothing up to now.
You got a receipt for the I-765 too?
Yes, he filed I-75 for me.
Wow.
And he filed I-131 for me.
I don't know what happened or what you did wrong, but it's been 9 months now or 8 months. You should have heard something.
So please, what is the advice can you do for me to do?
First of all, call up the 1-800 number and ask, what happened. See what they have to say. And then if you're not satisfied, then I think you got to get a lawyer involved. I don't know why you haven't, but we can get to the bottom of it and figure it out. But I don't know why, but we'll figure it out. Did you get an RFE did you do something wrong and get an RFE?
No, I didn't do nothing wrong.
So this is what you do. There's a 1-800 number. Call up. Make sure that they didn't mail you something that you didn't receive and got lost in the mail. I mean, that's really the first step is,
yes,
you called and they said they didn't mail you anything or anything like that.
Yes, I called the customer service number.
Right.
When I call every time, they tell me, you are on track, but I don't know what is going on. And myself, I didn't do nothing. I hired a lawyer. When I go to my lawyer and ask my lawyer said, we have to wait for them. So I keep on watching you.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what the lawyer did, but hold on one second. Have a consultation. I'll look over your paperwork and we'll figure out what we could try to do for you. Hold on. All right. Let's go to Kenny in New York. Kenny.
Hello?
Hi, Kenny.
Hi. Good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
I have a question for you. My cousin, he has the conditional green card, 2 years.
Right.
But he's in the process of divorcing, and he's supposed to by next year in February to remove the conditional green card.
Okay.
But at the same time, right now, he's charged with a crime like domestic violence, a felony, and the case still going on. So, what's going to happen? He cannot apply for the green card himself.
Well, he's going to file to remove the conditions based on a bona fide marriage that ended up in divorce. His problem is if he's found guilty of domestic violence, he's going to get deported. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, so he cannot do nothing right now?
No. In 90 days before the end of his 2-year expiration of his green card, he's going to file an I-751 to remove the conditions of his permanent residence based on the fact that he's going through a divorce or he is divorced and that he was in a real marriage with his spouse. At some point, they're going to fingerprint him or they're going to use his old biometrics and they're going to see he was arrested for domestic violence. They're going to immigration's going to follow that case. If he is found guilty of a crime of domestic violence, he could get deported or will get deported.
There's no waiver for that, so they have to fight the case?
There is a waiver for that if he was in the United States for more than 5 years from the time that he got arrested and has been a resident for more than 7 years, assuming he removes the conditions of his permanent residence. But he's not been a resident for more than 7 years, so he's going to lose.
Oh, but he got here in 2016, so it's over 5 years, right?
Yes, but he hasn't been a resident for 7 years. That's the problem.
Oh, so that means there's no waiver for that neither, because it's not been 7 years here in the green card.
Yeah. Well, but let him remove the conditions and we'll go from there. Hold on one second, okay?
All right, thank you.
Let's go to Precious in Chicago. Precious.
Hi, Brad.
Hi,
Good
Precious.
evening.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
Good, good. What's going on?
So I was denied for SNAP and unemployment. Will it affect my current status since my marriage-based I-485 haven't been converted to VAWA yet?
You're converting to VAWA. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. If you're converting to VAWA, getting public assistance won't affect you.
Okay.
All right. So you're
And
fine.
also this. Okay.
It would only affect you if you're doing it through a bona fide marriage. Then you would have a problem.
Okay. I have a second question.
Go ahead.
So I recently applied for my I-360 and I got a receipt notice. I went for my interview and explained to the interviewer what has happened in my marriage. Mm-hmm. And afterwards, I mailed them the receipt notice with a letter saying, can I get my I-45 converted to a VAWA case?
Right.
But I noticed that, I couldn't find the case number error notice on my account, USCIS account. I called the customer service. They told me that there's a problem with my case and they can neither confirm or deny, what the problem is. They will refuse to give me any information.
Okay.
They asked me to call my lawyer.
When you went on the interview, you asked them to convert the I-45, right?
Yes.
And then they said put it in writing, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you put it in writing, you mailed it to them, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you did the right thing. The only thing you could be concerned about is that perhaps your letter didn't make it to the officer, or perhaps you didn't put down your right case number, or you put no case number and it didn't make it to the officer. If that is the case, then it's possible they'll deny your I-45, your I-360 will still be pending, and you unfortunately just have to file a new I-45. It's a setback, but it's not the end of the world. You'll still get a green card. You just shouldn't have to file again and pay a new filing fee. That would suck, but that would be the worst case scenario.
Okay, so I wouldn't get any letter of deportation because my husband is no longer...
No, you're not. In this situation, you're not going to get deported, okay? The first thing that would happen would be you would get a denial letter on the I-45. If you get a denial letter on the I-485, you're going to quickly file a new one, end of story. If you do nothing and wait months and months and months and do nothing, it's possible they'll send you what's called a notice to appear, an NTA, and then you'll go to an immigration judge and you'll show the immigration judge that you have a pending VAWA case, and the immigration judge will say, okay, file the adjustment, and you'll still be okay, okay? You just don't want to keep going down that line. Okay, so if you do get a denial, just file a new adjustment very quickly.
Okay.
Okay, but ultimately, you should feel okay. Nothing bad's going to happen to you.
Okay, I'm just scared because my husband threatened, to kill me and stuff.
Okay, as long he can't do it now. Obviously, get an order of protection against him. Make sure he doesn't know where you are, but in terms of your husband doing anything to hurt your immigration status, once you file as a VAWA, he can't do anything to you.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right, hang in there, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Elaine in the Bronx. Elaine.
Yes, Brad. Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you?
Yes. I have a question.
Yes.
I called during the week already, and I told you about a gentleman that he filed for his biological kids, and they sent him a letter for request for evidence. That letter came, and the letter is saying he signed. They want more evidence because he signed the birth certificate 10 years.
Yes, 10 years after they were born. Right. It wasn't contempt. They used the word, you have to be on the birth certificate contemporaneous with the birth. That's the words they use. All right.
So what should he do?
All right. So when he was never married to the mother, right?
Yes, he's married to the mother now.
He's married to the mother now. Okay.
Yes.
So he just has to take a blood test. If he's married to the mother, you submit the marriage certificate of him to the mother to show that kids are legitimated. And if his name was entered 10 years later, the best thing is blood don't lie. All you got to do is prove he's the biological father.
Right,
And-
because when those kids were born, they were young. He was 21.
Okay,
He did.
okay.
I mean, Jamaica. He didn't even care, and he came to America.
That doesn't matter.
10 years ago, he's in America. The kid's in Jamaica now, so now he decides to file for them.
None of that matters. The only thing that matters is he the father, is he not the father? And the best way to prove whether he's the father or not the father is blood don't lie. All right, he's going to take the blood out of his finger. The kids will take blood out of their finger. They send it to a lab. The lab says he's the father. End of story.
Okay.
So what I would do is organize a way to prove through DNA he's the father, and you have to do it through an immigration-approved lab. If you need help doing that, come see me. Hold on one second, okay?
Okay.
Let's go to Tony in Santurce, Puerto Rico. Tony. Tony, you're on, man. Tony. All right, let's see if someone can get Tony back on the phone. Let's go to Charnette in West Haven, Connecticut. Charnette.
How are you?
Hi, Charnette. How are you?
Good, good. I just have a quick question. I filed for my mom. She got her green card. I just want to know how long can she stay in Jamaica and then return?
6 months or less.
Okay.
All right.
Because I did her ticket for 5, and
That's
somebody
fine.
was telling me that she's going to get problem when she come
No,
back.
6 months or less. It's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Let's go to Monique in Salem, Virginia. Monique.
Hi, Brad.
Hi,
How are
doing?
you?
How you doing?
Good. I want to know because I want to know if my priority date is current because I filed September 27th of 2019 for my husband I-30.
Okay. You have the approval?
No, I haven't got the approval letter yet, but I got the first letter stating that it's processing.
Okay. And what is your status here in America?
It's a permanent resident.
No, what is your status?
I'm sorry?
Your husband is filing for you. Your husband has a green card. He's filing for you. What is
No.
your...
I'm filing for my husband.
Oh, my apologies. Okay, what is your husband's status? I had it backwards. What is your husband's status?
I'm filing for him
Where
for
is
the
he?
I-30.
Where is he? Where is your
He's
husband?
in Haiti.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I understand. I thought he was here in America.
No.
All right, okay. So you got to wait for the I-130 to get approved, even though the priority dates are current. So if your case has been pending since 2019, it's been pending more than 12 months, you can do one of two things. You can do one of three things. One is sit on your hands and wait, which is what you're doing. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.